the Lucky Craft LC 1.5 square bill crankbait.
Oh my god!
Fast one.
Oh my
Yo,
god!
Lucky Craft, look at that.
There you
You
go.
don't really see this a whole lot of places.
There we go. There we go. That's a nice one. That's a giant. That's a giant, y'all. That's a giant. Oh my
This
god.
has one hook.
Oh, let's go!
Boom! Welcome back, everyone, to another episode over here on Lucky Craft USA. My name is Tyler Post. I'm a small content creator down here in Central Florida. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about and fishing with the Lucky Craft LC 1.5 square bill crankbait. This bait is super awesome for fishing scenarios that we're in right now. Muddy water, cypress trees, boom, that's all you need to be fishing some square bills up in this canal. We are currently in Dora Canal on the Harris chain, and we're gonna be going all the way through it to see what we can catch with these baits. So stay tuned, let's jump on over to the talking portions of this bait, go over all the specs and all the details about it, and then we're gonna be jumping on over to the fishing, so stay tuned. Boom, alrighty, so let's go over these baits, let's go over all the specs, all the details about them, what makes them unique, what makes them stand out. We actually have two different versions of the LC 1.5. We have the LC 1.5 original, and fun fact, it was the first ever high quality plastic square bill ever made, which is crazy. Super cool to see Lucky Craft innovated and changed the entire game of fishing when it comes to wood versus plastic crankbaits. And just now you see every single hard bait is plastic now. The second version we have is the LC 1.5 DRS, which means deep rattle sound. As y'all can hear, it's a one knocker. This is definitely gonna come in handy in case we can't catch fish on the LC 1.5 because it is silent. This bait is completely silent. Both in great colors too for fishing this dirty water. This is 2 chart on my right, which is basically chartreuse, and this is 2 craw, basically just a craw color right there. Super cool colors. We also have a bluegill color as well, which is the original LC 1.5, completely silent, and this paint job looks insane. I love Lucky Craft's colors. They always do such an amazing job when it comes to colors and it looking realistic. This looks so realistic, looks just like a bluegill. Absolutely love it. We're probably gonna be starting out with this bait first today, and then if we can't get bit, we'll probably switch over to the DRS version. There's not many differences between these two baits other than this one has a rattle in it and this one's silent. Those are basically the only two differences. This one floats, this one floats. They both have great hooks, and they both dive the same depth. They both fish 4 foot of water, which is perfect for fishing Dora Canal that we're in right now. We want it right on the edges of those cypress trees. And what's super awesome, is why I love square bill fishing, is that they deflect off of cover so nicely. As y'all can see, there's a lot of cover. There's like floating logs, there's cypress tree stumps. I mean, there's a lot going on in here, a lot of different places to get snagged. And what's super cool about these baits is, number one, they float. So if you get hung up, you could stop it and hopefully it floats up to the surface and saves your bait. Places I'd recommend to throw these baits is docks, riprap banks, wood, trees, laydowns, brush piles, any sort of hard cover you want to be fishing with a moving bait. The square bill is the way to go, specifically the LC 1.5 baits. So now we're gonna move on to the gear I'm gonna be using to throw these baits. Now I have a few different recommendations for you guys. For me today, what I'm gonna be using, a 6:8:1 gear ratio reel. It's a little bit slower, but it's a perfect retrieval speed. So I'm able to kind of burn this bait and it's not gonna be going super fast. If you have any higher of a gear ratio, that bait is gonna be flying. But if you're throwing a square bill crankbait and you want it to dive down to that maximum depth range as soon as possible, you probably wanna go up in your gear ratio. I'm using 12-pound fluorocarbon line paired with a 610 medium heavy action rod. Now, the reason I say 610, it's a very small, short rod, is basically because there's no like trees around me, but if there was, I would just be smacking the trees on my cast. I like a shorter rod for fishing in these like really condensed environments, which is really hard to get a longer cast. See, this is a 610. I actually have a 7.4 right here. Oh, almost, I'm barely almost hitting those trees. I literally parked in like an open spot, but if you kind of move through this canal, it's not as open, so a longer rod is gonna be more difficult to throw in this situation. So if you're fishing open water, I definitely would recommend a longer rod versus a 610. You're gonna be able to cast that bait way further on a longer rod than with a 610 length rod. I'd probably recommend a medium heavy action rod. You want a rod that has a lot of tip to it and a lot of bend, so you can absolutely just lean into that fish. You don't want to be setting the hook, you don't want a super stiff rod. You want to be able to feel the action that the bait is giving you all the way back up to the tip of your rod. So it has to have a good tip and then also a lot of bend to it. The 7.4 rod that I would be using has an insane amount of bend. This is a cranking rod, so when you have a fish on, you just lean lean right into it, and it just absolutely just drills the hooks into that fish's mouth. 610 rod, it's not as good as that. It does have some good bend, but it is just a short little stick. It's just a short little rod. You just have to use what is comfortable for you in this situation. If you're fishing in situations like this, I definitely recommend a shorter rod, but if you're out in the open, definitely pick up a longer rod. It just has to have nice tip and a lot of bend, and that will get it done for you. So with that being said, that is everything with this bait. Let's jump on over to the fishing. Alrighty, y'all, we're in the canal, all ready to go. I'm super excited. We're gonna be tying on the first color of the day. I'm thinking the bluegill color is gonna be the way to go. That chartreuse though, towards once the sun comes out a little bit, I think the chartreuse is gonna be the way to go. And since we're gonna be fishing the mouth of this canal, a lot of bass do like to feed up on bluegill early in the morning, especially when the water's flowing. I don't know if there's any water moving. It doesn't seem like there's any water flowing, but we're gonna crack this bait open, get it all open and tied up. Look at this bait. Looks very convincing as a bluegill. Alrighty, let's get the trolling motor put down. First cast, baby, let's go. But yeah, Dora Canal is probably one of the most beautiful canals on the Harris Chain. It's definitely a scenic place. You'll have a lot of pleasure boaters coming out here and just kind of going up and down this canal. It's definitely a canal that has a lot of fish in it year round. So we're probably gonna end up hoping to catch these resident fish today. As you can see, this is the mouth of Dora Canal right here. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, he came off. Oh my gosh. Freaking crushed it. Oh my gosh, he hit it so hard. Holy crap. Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't know if it's a bass. I think it's a bass. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice bass right there. That's a good one. Where's a striper? Is it a striper? It's a bass. Get in here, let's freaking go. First fish of the day. Absolutely slam that Lucky Craft. Look at that. The chartreuse. We had the little beagle on. Wasn't really getting bit. Threw this guy, switched up, immediately started getting bites. Nice little 2-pounder. We'll let him go. You know, Lucky Craft. Look at that. I lost the first fish of the day, and then I had some foul hooked like right here that wasn't a bass. But I've had a lot of fish like slamming this bait. As soon as I switched over to the chartreuse, like they started slamming it. Like, look at that. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I think this is a bass. I'm pretty sure this is a bass, y'all. Oh my gosh. That's a freaking giant, y'all. That's a freaking giant. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a freaking giant. That's like a 5 or 6 maybe. Oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh. I broke the net. I did it again, back-to-back videos. Breaking the net and fixing it while fighting this fish. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a giant. Oh, stay on. Stay on. Oh, he's coming off. These hooks I can, oh, stay on, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, y'all. Oh, I can feel the hooks kind of slipping. Oh, he wants to run, he wants to run. Don't do that. Oh, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. He's right there. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, y'all. Check this out. Oh man, he is not as big as I thought he was. He's like a 4. Whoo! Look at that. Oh my gosh. I did that again. I did it again. I broke the net and fixed it while fighting this fish. He's peeling dragging. No. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's giant. Oh my gosh. When he jumped, I literally thought he was a friggin' 5-6 pounder, but he's probably a good solid 4. Check that out. Look at that bloody tail. Probably throw him the live well, get a few picks, but check that out. That's a nice like second fish of the day right there on the Lucky Craft. Whew, the chartreuse, getting it done, let's go. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot believe that happened again. Freaking the net broke. I put it back together while fighting this fish. I like literally like the hooks were popping out of this fish. Like I could feel just thunk, thunk, and I'm like, oh, it's popping off. I literally said this fish is getting off. I should just leave the net in this position right here. I shouldn't do that, because then it's just like, I don't know how you even do that. Like, Okay, well, we're just gonna leave it like that. It was super slow in the morning, but I think I might not have had the right bait on or these fish fired up. I think the sun is helping a ton. I'm noticing like we're getting bit every time the sun pops out. I can't recall if the sun was out when I got that fish to bite, but yeah, that's why color is super important, guys. You really want to dial in what these fish are eating, and you really want to be able to imitate the bait fish that they're feeding on as best as possible. And the fact that we didn't even get hit on the bluegill looking color, it just kind of told me like we needed to switch up, because there's always like resident fish here. And especially right now, they're literally feeding up on bait right at the mouth here. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. I don't know if he's big or not. It doesn't feel that big. Oh, that's a nice one though, that's a nice one. Fish number 3. Oh, stay on, stay on, stay on. Oh, let's go. Let's freaking go. That's another, look at how they're eating this fish, y'all. Check that out. Freaking crushing this bait. Look at that. I'm like burning it too right across the top of that grass. There's like a lot of eelgrass. There's like a whole eelgrass bed in here. And then it drops off right where that sign is. And they're literally just coming up and smoking it. Look at that. Fish number 3, not a bad one. Alrighty, y'all, we have made it into beautiful Dora Canal. Like, this spot is so pretty, super awesome to fish. There's always resident fish in here. It seems like it might be a little bit tough to catch some fish in here today, but we'll have to see. There's always some fish in here, but like trying to get them to eat is a different story. And this is essentially where you want to be throwing a square bill, in places like this, around cypress trees, docks, hard cover, riprap banks. I mean, like, it's very, very versatile. Like, you can catch fish, like, basically, I mean, on an eelgrass bed. Like, we're literally fishing eelgrass back there and catching fish. Even if we don't catch any fish in here, it's just like so nice to fish in Dora Canal. Like, it's just so pretty. It's like you don't really see this a whole lot of places. There's like 1 or 2 places on the chain that look even slightly similar to this. We'll probably catch them at like the major like pinch points and stuff. There's an insane amount of bait in this canal right now. So I don't know how that's gonna affect the fishing. I feel like if there's all this bait, then these bass fed up on all this bait, or they can just eat whenever they want. There we go, there we go. That's a nice one. That's a giant. That's a giant, y'all. That's a giant. Oh my gosh, that's a giant. Oh my gosh, that's a giant, y'all. That's an absolute giant. That's a giant. Get up here, get up here. He's barely hooked, he is barely hooked. Oh my gosh, that's a giant. That's a giant. Oh my gosh, he's running, he's running, he's running. He's running, he's running. Oh my gosh. Oh, please stay on. Please stay on, please stay on, please stay on. Please stay on, that's a giant. That is an absolute giant. Oh my gosh, he's wandering around, he's wandering around. Let him run. Let him run. Oh my gosh, oh, that's a giant. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's got 1 hook. He's got 1 hook. He's got 1 hook. He's got 1 hook. I'm letting him run. He's got 1 hook. This fish has 1 hook. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's got 1 hook. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. No, 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 no. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh! My gosh. Like, that fish was hooked really good. He had it in the mouth real nice. And then as it kept fighting, I saw right above, he had 1 hook. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't pop off. Oh my gosh, y'all, check this out. This is like a good, say, 5-6 pounder. Oh, it popped off in the net. Whew. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Yes, sir. Whew. Oh gosh. Yeah, Lucky Craft square bill. Well, have a good one. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was freaking nuts. Like, that was the first fish in Dora Canal today, and those are the type of fish you can catch, because sometimes you'll get lucky. Like, I feel like we really just got lucky there. It's been super dead in this canal so far. It's been super tough fishing right off that seawall. That could be a thing. Like, all the way, the rest of the way out here is all seawall. Well, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. We've made it to the end of the canal. If y'all wanna go pick yourself up some of these awesome Lucky Craft baits, check the links down in the description. They will guide you to the baits that I caught them on in today's video. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna show y'all the 2 biggest fish we caught today. They're actually both really similar in size. This is the one we caught in Dora Canal. This is the one we caught at the mouth. Super cool. Check that out. Probably a good 10 pounds with these 2 fish. We're gonna let these fish go right back where we caught them. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.